Today's content takes us to Dollywood. Although this is our home park and we have season passes, we don't cover Dollywood too much on the channel. This is mostly due to the fact that it is so frequently covered by so many other channels. However, we are huge coaster fans, and moving here from the Cincinnati area, we were very fortunate to have Cedar Fair's Kings Island as our home park for years. But Dollywood is a different park. What it does well. It's family-centric. Its theming is reward-winning. Just about any time of year you visit Dollywood, you're sure to get a visual show. I mean, it was voted USA Today's #1 theme park in 2022. So with all the hype surrounding this year's opening of their new Vekoma coaster, Big Bear Mountain, we had to check it out. Where y'all want to go first?
I don't know.
You going to the Big Bear?
Yeah.
Alright, let's head there.
On the road again. I just can't wait to eat on the road again.
With the addition of Lightning Rod several years ago, the world's fastest wooden coaster, it seemed Dollywood was interested in becoming competitive in the thrill ride coaster world. As a side note though, Lightning Rod is hardly a true Woody, as much of the coaster is steel. So when Big Bear Mountain was announced, we were excited. A name like Big Bear Mountain, at least to us, maybe alluded to a large coaster coming to the park, possibly a mega or Geiger coaster. Dollywood does have the Wild Eagle and Thunderhead, shown here, which has some drop and speed elements. But for coaster enthusiasts, much is left to be desired here. As you are probably aware, Dollywood has no shortage of family-friendly rides. The Dragonfly and the Mystery Mine are some of our favorites. While I know Dollywood has a purposeful focus on family experiences, it was definitely a surprise to find out, especially with some of the reactions from folks coming off Big Bear, that a coaster with this name and footprint in the park was another addition in the stacked lineup of kid-friendly coasters in Dollywood. Here's a look at the full ride of Big Bear Mountain. And I'm not necessarily calling this a kiddie ride, but it is close. Don't get me wrong, the coaster is really nice. Probably one of the best kid-friendly coasters we've experienced. It has a beautiful layout. It is smooth as silk. It has a ride time of about 2 minutes, which is pretty long. It even has a couple of spots where you experience some positive G-force, which is almost unheard of on this type of ride. The waterfall feature is really nice, on ride and off. Dollywood's resident nature expert Ned Oakley even accompanies you to narrate on the ride, to a soundtrack of suspenseful music. So if you're a casual coaster rider, or looking for a great family coaster, Big Bear is perfect for you.
What are you doing out there, dog? I just called them, they're on their way. That's Bob from All About the Smoky stuck on Big Bear Mountain. Can you believe it?
Yep, our friends got stuck on their first day riding Big Bear Mountain.
Are you ready for Big Bear Mountain, Jay?
I'm not gonna say just got stuck.
Bob from Smoky's Plus is currently stuck on Big Bear Mountain. He looks mean, don't he? I don't want none.
However, the tallest drop on this mountain theme ride is 66 feet, which I felt like a ride named Big Bear Mountain would have a bigger drop. It would be taller. With a top speed of 48 miles per hour, it's nearly 30 miles per hour slower than Lightning Rod. The queue is nicely themed. However, for a park that frequently has mountains and trees as part of its ride experience, these elements were missed on this coaster. Aside from the queue, the theming was lacking throughout the ride. If the intention was to search for Big Bear, it would have been awesome to have spotted an animatronic Big Bear toward the end of the ride. When you think about the wooded areas on Thunderhead or while you're riding Lightning Rod, the area around Big Bear Mountain seemed bare. But please allow me to reiterate, most of the negative criticism here surrounds the hope that a coaster taking upon this kind of space and ferociously named Big Bear Mountain would be something different than it is. At almost 4,000 feet of track length, Dollywood could have put a monster coaster in this place. And it kind of begs the question, while this coaster is top notch for what it is, did Dollywood really need another family-friendly coaster to add to its lineup? Or could it have benefited from bringing something to the table to attract more visitors looking for big coaster experiences? If you were like us and hoping Dollywood was about to pull the trigger on another record breaker or big thrill coaster, this just isn't it. As I stated before, with all the hype around this coaster and seeing the reactions from people on the ride, I was expecting something different. With that said, if you come to Dollywood, you should definitely ride Big Bear Mountain, something that you and the kids can enjoy together, which is invaluable. But hopefully, for those looking for big thrill coaster experiences or coaster enthusiasts, the next coaster announcement at Dollywood will bring a big Intamin or B&M coaster to the park. Until then, we'll just enjoy all the great rides, attractions, and experiences Dollywood has to offer. As always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. If you made it this far, like if you liked it, comment if you're a fan, subscribe if you're feeling it. If not, that's okay too.
Wow.